Okay, here we go. All right, we're going to do more presidents from the U.S. presidents, the Oval Office All-Stars. And we're going to start with the great Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. He was the 16th president from 1861 to 1865. He kept the United States as one nation with liberty for all. Got to make sure this one's really clear. Honest Abe was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth in 1865. This Republican appears on the $5 bill and the penny. All right. Toweringly tall, all chin strap, beard, and flappy ears, I was known for my trademark stovepipe hat. That's two compound words right next to each other. Trademark, stovepipe. Born and raised in a log cabin, I'd had a pretty lean education, but I worked hard to become a lawyer. They call me the Great Emancipator. Emancipator. Because I abolished slavery in the United States. The way I saw it, keeping slaves made a mockery of our country's goal of liberty for all. Sadly, 11 southern states saw things differently. In 1861, they formed the breakaway Confederate States of America. I made it clear to those rebels that it was not their duty to break the Union apart, but mine to uphold it. And, come what may, I would defend it. Tough words, I know, but I meant every last one. My determination, T-I-O-N, shun, led to civil war and victory for the Union. All right. He was the first president to appear on a minted coin, the only president to hold a patent for a boat buoyancy device. Isn't that a funny word? Buoyancy. That's one, I don't know why I know that word. It's just like you see it enough and you kind of know what it is. But that's kind of a funny word. Buoyancy. That's like how floaty something is. And this president was known for keeping papers, quite literally, under his hat. And they have in this little picture that's cute. All right. Well, how lucky are we that we had him as president? Super, super lucky. All right. Now let's go to Andrew Johnson, the 17th president from 1865 to 1869. A gritty Democrat and first president of the Reconstruction era. One of the few presidents without a formal education. The only Southern senator not to resign during the Civil War. leather-faced and crotchety. I'm the Tailor of Tennessee. As a senator from Tennessee, I stayed put in the Senate when my state pulled out of the Union in 1861. This made me so unpopular in my home state that I had to give speeches with a loaded revolver on the lectern. I guess everyone was like a little nervous about, well, no, I guess that's when he was in the Senate. Lincoln hadn't been assassinated yet. But it's terrible that was happening, that was an issue. All right. I buddied up with Lincoln as his second term VP. Remember, that stands for Vice President, right? VP, Veep. Abe thought rubbing shoulders with a Southern Democrat would help restore peace after the Civil War. With him gone, I left rebuilding the South in the hands of state governments, the people who'd supported slavery and fought the Union. Their new laws were unfair toward African Americans. Radical Republicans in Congress took control, and when I got in their way, they impeached me. I was acquitted by the Senate, but could flex my muscles no more. That's a good word to know how to spell, muscles. Looks like muscles, muscles. All right. He was the first president not to have had a legal or military career, the last president to teach himself to read, and the only president to be elected to the United States Senate after he left office. All right, there's Andrew Johnson. All right, we'll do one more in this little section, okay? Oh, Ulysses. That's such a great name, isn't it? Ulysses S. Grant, the 18th president, from 1869 to 1877. We haven't had a president for a while in this little section that was for more than like 3 or 4 years, have we? So they elected him twice, which is nice, I think. All right, let's see what his deal is. No nonsense Republican president. Blockbuster Union general during the Civil War. So he fought for the Union. His presidency saw African Americans given the right to vote. Good guy. Oh, my childhood nickname was Useless. Instead of Ulysses, they called him Useless. That's so sad. But I was born to serve my country. Rugged and outdoorsy, I joined the Union Army, rising to General-in-Chief. While I engineered brilliant victories, my battles were infamous for their gore. Although I couldn't stand the sight of blood myself. I was determined to advance civil rights for African Americans. So I pushed through the 15th Amendment, giving freedmen the vote, freedmen, I guess, I don't know if they would say freedmen. It's all one word. So he gave freed African American men the vote and came down really hard on white supremacists. But while I'd been a sparkling general, I was truly I was looking ahead and I wasn't paying attention to my pencil. So while I'd been a sparkling general, I was a truly stinking president. I allowed cabinet secretaries to run their departments as they liked and protected my men when it would have been better to weed out the bad eggs. Sure enough, I was soon surrounded by schemers, scoundrels, and scandals. My goodness. All right. He was the first president to change his name legally. Oh, Ulysses was his middle name. So he was born from Hiram Ulysses Grant. He was the last president of the 19th century to serve 2 consecutive terms. This president was given a speeding ticket while serving in office from riding his horse. That's interesting. All right. So we're going to end it there. So now we have Abraham Lincoln through the Civil War, Andrew Johnson, and Ulysses S. Grant. We're getting close to the 20th. The 20th president is coming soon. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. I promise I'll make more. And I will see you soon.